Hi, I'm Susan from BakeWithMom.com. Today we're going to make gingerbread cookies. We're going to start with 3 cups or 15 ounces of all-purpose flour. And to that I'm adding 3/4 of a cup of packed brown sugar. I have 1 tablespoon of cinnamon, 1 tablespoon of ginger, 3/4 of a teaspoon of baking soda, a 1/2 teaspoon of ground cloves, and a 1/2 teaspoon of salt. We're going to add all of that. And we just turn this on low just to blend it together. I have 12 tablespoons of unsalted butter that has been softened. We're going to add that. And we want to blend it until it looks like coarse sand. So there's our coarse sand. So I have 3/4 of a cup of dark molasses, or you want the robust if you can find it. We're going to do this at low and add our molasses. And 2 tablespoons of milk. We're going to put this up to medium-low and get this all blended together. Now we still have some dried parts in the bottom there. We need to incorporate those. All right. I'm dividing our dough in half, and I'm going to put it on a piece of parchment paper. Then we're going to put another piece of parchment paper on top, and we're going to roll it out to 1/4 inch thick. I kind of press it down. I'm going to transfer this to a big sheet of parchment. And the way to transfer it is lay that on top, flip it over, and it should peel off. It looks like you're going to have to use regular parchment paper instead of those nice sheets that they have pre-cut for you, because this gets really big when you want it 1/4 inch thick. So I'm going to take a peek. Here's your 1/4 inch. Do the same thing to the other half. You stack both pieces on a baking sheet, and then we're going to put it in the freezer for 15 to 20 minutes. The old-fashioned way was to do your dough on a floured surface and flour your cookie cutter. Well, that added toughness to your cookie because it had too much flour. So by putting it in the freezer, we've frozen our butter so that it won't stick, and we can transfer it to our baking sheets and bake them. We're taking one of our doughs out at a time from the freezer, and we're going to peel back the parchment. Then we're going to put it back on and flip it over, because otherwise it'll stick to the parchment after you've cut your cookies, and you won't be able to transfer it to your cookie sheet. We're going to peel this side back too. Parchment line your cookie sheets, and you don't dip this in flour. You're just going to go to the edge and cut your cookie. If it doesn't lift with your cookie cutter, you're just going to get a metal spatula and get underneath. You've preheated your oven to 350 degrees, and you've changed your racks to the middle and bottom. You're going to put 2 pans in at a time, and halfway through we're going to switch the pans, the top to the bottom and the bottom to the top, and turn them around. So we're going to do 4 minutes at first, They go for 8 to 11 minutes, so we're going to try 4 minutes and rotate and see how they're doing. You're going to put the scraps between 2 pieces of paper and roll them out again. Then you're going to put them back in the freezer while you work on the other sheet. You want the butter to freeze, otherwise it's going to be difficult to get your cookie off whole and it's going to break while you're transferring it to the cookie sheet. Going to take them out and rotate them and shift them top to bottom. Another 4 minutes. We need to test our cookie. When we lightly touch it, it should come back. So it looks like this needs maybe another minute. We'll try. You don't want to overbake them, so just do a minute at a time. That's good. So those took 9 minutes for me. Now we'll just let them cool. Hi, I'm Susan with BakeWithMom.com. Subscribe to my YouTube channel and you can learn to bake something new every Friday. If you have a question about baking or cooking, be sure and leave it below and I'll try to get back to you as soon as possible.